Good afternoon, everybody. Evie back this afternoon. I just thought I'd come out and do a quick pour this afternoon. I received these lovely cogs in the mail. Oopsie. And I saw, clumsy as ever, I saw Julie cuts. She did a beautiful clock using some of these, but I'm going to try and use more gothic colours anyway, so we'll see how we go. Resin of choice this afternoon is platinum ultra clear, 2:1, 2 parts A to 1 part B. So I've mixed up my resin here. It's been standing for about 10 minutes. Still just a couple of bubbles in there, but other than that quite clear. I'm going to try, I'm using chocolate gold powder, mica powder by Resin. Now I've only put in, I get these spoons from Resin Expressions as well. You don't need much. You must never use more than 10% of your colorants to the amount of resin. So I've only got 1 spoonful. That's the spoonful. It's very tiny. As you can see, it's not even as big as my little finger nail, into the resin in the chocolate gold. So I don't know if I've mixed too much resin up, epoxy resin up, so I've got a little coaster here to go on the side. I'm hoping this will be quite a masculine type of little clock for a teenager or I don't know, whoever. And I might make a coaster to go with it. We'll see how I go with my resin that I've made up already. I came out to close the door of my art cottage and thought, oh, I might just make something while I'm here. Typical me, very spontaneous. Now, look at that lovely, lovely, can you see that colour? Isn't that just gorgeous, that colour there, can you see? I just love it. Now, I know it's going to pull in from the edge, but we'll see what happens, as I say. And I'm just going to pour a little. Oh, you know what? I didn't check to see that it was level. Hang on a second. Oh, yes, we're right. Just going to pour a little bit of the chocolate gold around the very edge of the mould. I have already gone over it with some tape to make sure that there was no bits of dust on there, but already I can see a little bit of dust that I'm going to have to remove. Just a little bit more of the chocolate brown here, just a gap I've missed, fill in, and another one over here. This is actually a 3-tier cake mould that I'm using, because I figured with having the dimple in the middle, that'll be great for putting in the clock fixtures afterwards, so we'll see. Yeah, I've got a little bit left, so I'm going to go around the coaster, which I don't think is even on the board properly. Great. I've got a little mould here of a lizard, so with any little drops I've got left, I will pop in to my lizard. Oh, you can't see it there, can you? I'll move it here. Much left, but I'll fill it up with other leftover bits as well. Let's see, what have I got here? Hope everyone's having a good day. today. It will soon be April the 1st. I don't know if anyone, I'm glad I'm not near one of my brothers actually for April the 1st. He was always one of those people that plays terrible practical jokes on April the 1st day. Mind you, I love them really. So at least I get to escape that. But if you play practical jokes, I hope they're good. There's a little bit of that left over just to pop in there. Now the other one I've chosen to go next is some, what's it called? Sun catcher mica powder. And it's an unusual, you can see how it's very, very shiny and it gives it a slight glow of gold, as in the sun. But I've added with it some copper mica powder as well here. I'll just give that a stir. It's been sitting there, I forgot to stir it. Hopefully I haven't made it too dark. We'll just see what that looks like. Oh no, it's nice. Might need to be a bit more diluted, I think. I think I could do with it being, I'll get a bigger cup. Just pour that in here. Because I want to be able to see all the cogs I've put in. I don't want it to be a waste and not be able to see them. Well, this is the colour here. The copper has overtaken. It's a lot lighter. You can see it'll have the sparkle from the sun catcher mica powder in there as well. What I might do is pour a little coat, just remove that drop there. I will just pour a little bit in here first. Oops, that's some of my light's just gone. Bit of clear. Just move that up to the edge there. Well, it's coming up to soon be Easter school holidays. Don't know if you might be going somewhere, having a nice camping trip somewhere. I know when I was younger, we used to go camping every Easter. Loved it. We used to go to Somerset Dam in Queensland. Great memories, skiing, campfires, cooking roast dinners and dampers. So much fun. Okay, now I'm going to pour a little bit of this. It seems to be almost the same colour, so I hope that's not going to be how it is. We'll see. I'm going to pour it in a circle, just here in the middle. Oh no, you can see the glitter in that. Need a bit more clear here. epoxy. Just move that back a bit. As I say, it's going to move. I don't know what's going to happen here, even though I just checked to see if it was level. I think these two moulds actually might be slightly bubbled, not, you know, they've sort of swollen, I think, or bent. Anyway, this is just a try, so we'll see how it goes. Right, the next thing I'm going to do, I'll just pour a little bit more over here. Pop in a couple of popsicle sticks under here because you can see that moving over there now. All right, now I'm going to put some more clear in the middle. You can see how this is sitting on the coaster. That seems to be right, but I do think this is a little bit unlevel on this side, sadly. Okay, I'm now going to pour some clear in here and push that out to the side. You can see how that's working perfectly in the coaster. Okay. This one's good. This one's not so good. I've actually still lifted up even more. Put some more sticks underneath the board to try and lift it up and move it over a bit, but it's still not sitting quite right. I'm just going to give it a gentle helping hand. Move this round. So what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to do a spiral and just see if I can't make that look a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to also do a spiral in the coaster too, because I think I rather like the look. Not only that, it will be just making sure there's no air bubbles around the geode edge. Can see some air bubbles coming up. Can you see them here? So I'll just remove some air bubbles with the blowtorch. See if I can get this light working again. No, oh well. Okay, so now the good bit. I'm going to be putting in I think these are made from brass. I rather like them. Just going to lay them in here. Really, wherever they fall. They're all different sizes. I have got some more here, bigger ones. Just tip them out. Oh, I'll tell you what I have noticed is a little tiny hand for a clock. Oh, that would be nice. Where will I put that? Oh, I know. I'll put one of these over here. Is that the biggest one? And I'm going to place, if I can, I'll just push it over a wee bit. Hopefully this doesn't go too dark and I lose the colours. I rather like them sort of grouped together. What do you think about that? Yes, no, hopefully it turns out nice. How's that looking? The trouble with me is I never know when to stop, as you've already seen in the past. Okay, well, I'm thinking I kind of like that. We'll see. Oh gosh, I've only got a couple more left. I may as well keep going, mightn't I? May as well, you know. It's just fun. All the different cogs. Another little tiny one there. Might be able to see that, hopefully. So if we make them connecting. Oh, goodness, I didn't want it there. Just slide that one over a wee bit. Yeah, I think I'll have them sort of connecting all the way around as if turning the clock with the cogs. That one's a wee bit deep. I'm gonna, if I can get it out, take it out and pop that one over here. Okay. I don't know if I've got much left, but I'm going to pour another little, whatever's left, I'm going to pour that in the centre, because I could do with a bit more resin. Actually, I might make up a bit more. I'll turn you off for a second and make up some more. Right, I've got some more epoxy resin mixed up here, and I've tried to make sure that there is one of these each touching to create the mechanical workings of a clock in the cogs themselves. So whether it works, we'll try and we'll see what happens. There's a lot of bubbles in this because I'm impatient. Shouldn't do that really, but there we go. Make sure you scrape the bowl, the stirring stick, the base. Of course, stirring it does put bubbles in, and from underneath all these cogs, air bubbles are escaping and coming to the surface. So I'm just going to clear this by putting more glaze clear in because it needs it. Oh yes, that looks nice. That looks nice. We'll see how that goes. Yes, I like that. I'm going to take my gloves off now because they're very sticky. And I'll just go over with my blowtorch. Okay, now I can just see something. What is that? Don't know what that was. Do you know, it's amazing, no matter how clear and clean you make your area, something always blows in, whether it be a little diamante or something. Anyway, so I'll bring you down in a moment and show you how that's looking. You can see what happens here. See how it's drawing in and making like a veins. That's the different mica powders working together. You can see the sparkle. That's from the sun catcher in there and all the cogs. So fingers crossed, this is looking good so far. And here's the coaster. Much the same. Might not be able to see the cogs too good in that one. It's a lot darker. And then I've just got with the leftovers a little dragon and some butterflies, just made with the scrapes that were in the bottom of the bowls. Okay, it's now a couple of hours later. You can see how all the striations have formed. Oh, it's looking very interesting. I also moved the hand off the top of the cog because it was a little bit thick. I'm liking that. The other one, I might have too much colour in there, but we'll see. And here's my little extras. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Thank you for watching. Okay, the next day, the unveiling, all the lights flickering. I might just take the small one out and give the larger one a little bit more time to cure. I don't want to bend it. Here's the little ones. Morning, people. I'm going to demould them, so hopefully they turn out good. Beautiful and shiny. How's the back look? Oh, the back's nice too, look. Oh, I like both sides. The reason that looks a bit dull is that this is a very old mould and it's lost its shine. So be aware of that, people. When the shine's gone, it will turn out matte. That looks lovely. Look at that. Something flat. Okay, my little lizard. Gently take it out. Hopefully don't break its tail. I might have to do a little bit of filing. Oh, here it is. There it is. How cute is that? And butterflies. All these little bits were just made with drips that were left over in the bottom of the little containers. Okay, so we've got the two small ones, they come apart, and that's the bag. And then there was the large one. And look at the back of that. So pretty. I like to add these onto journals or paintings, or just quite a few pieces of art. I'm a real butterfly person. I hope you enjoyed that. Little extras. As I say, I think I will leave this to a bit later. Okay, a bit later in the day today now. It's been curing for at least 24 hours, so I feel I can remove it from the mould. That's the back through the mould itself, so it's looking lovely. I'm hoping it's very successful. I know I've slightly overfilled it, so I'll have to do a little bit of filing. But I'm loving the colours, how it's turned out. Right. Oh, beautiful. That worked well with the hole in the middle. Can you see that there? So, hang on, if I remove these pink items, you can see the butterflies. You can see the colours. And there is the back. All the cogs. Oh, they've stayed well. Okay, so the next stage is to go around. I've got a little bit of an overlap. Can you see just here? So I'll just, I'll probably just be able to break it off actually. It's just there, and I'll get the mechanism for the clock hands and pop them in for the next stage.